Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
St. James Police lists Jermaine Mackenzie as person of interest. Police in St. James are seeking Jermaine Mackenzie for questioning in connection with recent gun-related activities in Flanker St. James. Mackenzie, otherwise known as Gio, of Flanker and Salt Spring addresses, is being asked to report to the police. Anyone knowing his whereabouts is being asked to contact the Montego Bay Police Station at 876-684-9080 or 119. Cop succumbs to injuries from St. Mary accident. 30-year-old Adrian Pendy, the policeman assigned to the Port Mara Traffic Department, who was seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident on Saturday, has succumbed to his injuries. The Jamaica Constable force made the disclosure in a release on Monday, stating that the untimely passing of the constable has left the organization in deep mourning. It is with deep regret that we mourn the tragic passing of Constable Adrian Pendy of the St. Mary Division, who succumbed to injuries sustained from a motor vehicle accident while on duty on Saturday, April 8, 2023. His tragic and untimely passing has left us in deep mourning, the release read. According to reports, Adrian was driving his service motorbike when, upon reaching the Wilderness Main Road, a motor car stopped and one of its passengers opened the door, hitting the police officer from his motorbike into another vehicle which was traveling in the opposite direction. He was rushed to the Montego Bay Hospital for treatment and was later transferred to the University Hospital of the West Indies, where he later succumbed to his injuries. Big money for the media. The Office of the Prime Minister (OPM) shelled out just over $2.4 million to 8 media houses for the live broadcast of Prime Minister Andrew Holness's contribution to the 2023-2024 budget debate on Thursday, March 16. An additional $5 million was spent by the OPM to have 4 private media houses, including the island's 2 major free-to-air television stations, carrying a rebroadcast of the presentation days later, while a 5th media house carried the rebroadcast at no cost as part of a package deal. In addition, the OPM allocated US $1,000, approximately $150,000, for a projectual social media post related to the broadcast. Responding to questions from reporters, the OPM said it spent no money for the broadcast of the Prime Minister's contribution to the 2022-2023 budget debate, as it was able to tap into the media's public service broadcast obligation and secure partial broadcasts. Explaining the big spend on the rebroadcast on the presentation, the OPM said this was as a result of the disruption in the live presentation for 2023-2024 and the need to inform the citizens of the key aspects of the presentation, which outlined the plans of the government for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. The Office of the Prime Minister was mindful that this disruption affected listenership and viewership due to the break in transmission for approximately 2 hours during the live broadcast. Thus, the decision was taken for the increase of rebroadcasts and social media engagements to allow the dissemination of information to the citizenry, the budget presentation and the plans outlined by the Prime Minister for 2023-2024. Holness's presentation was interrupted due to reportedly to the system failure about 15 minutes into his address. For about an hour, the sitting was suspended as efforts were made to fix the audio system. During the interruption, at least one member of government benches could be heard uttering, "This is sabotage." There was yet an official explanation of what caused the audio issues, as well as power outages that at one point left proceedings in darkness. KLAS, Gospel JE, Roots FM, Power 106, Sun City Radio, Cool 97 FM, Love 100, Mellow FM and the Observer Group were the entities contracted by the OPM to carry the live broadcast of the PM's presentation. Mellow FM, TVG, CVM TV, Love 101 and GIS were those which were contracted to air the rebroadcast. Government sources have pointed out that the free-to-air television stations would have carried the Prime Minister's broadcast live, as usual, with the rebroadcast on Sunday carrying a big price tag, which pushed up to the spend of $5 million. St. James Police scrapped murder case after months-long investigation. Police in St. James say they have solved an August 2022 murder case thanks to their exceptional investigative skills and the use of ballistic science. On Wednesday, August 31, 2022, Anthony Jr. Williams, otherwise called Sonny T, was shot and killed by unknown assailants between 2 a.m. and 10 a.m. in Bambalon, Lilliput, St. James. Citizens reported hearing gunshot about 2 a.m. and Williams' body was discovered about 10 a.m. Detectives from the Barnet Town Criminal Investigations Branch launched a probe into the murder, and a post-mortem examination later revealed that he died as a result of multiple gunshot wounds. On Saturday, October 8, 2022, 3 men were fatally shot and 3 pistols seized during a joint police-military operation in Hagu Settlement, Trelawney. In December 2022, a ballistics report confirmed that one of the recovered pistols was stolen from an elderly licensed firearm holder and was subsequently used to kill Williams. Trevor Ryan, also known as Stella or Beanie, was positively identified by a witness on April 3rd as the person who shot and killed Williams, the police said. He was one of the 3 men killed in the shootout with the police and military in Hagu Settlement, Trelawney. This case highlights the importance of ballistics and forensic science along with traditional investigative strategies in solving crimes. This achievement is significant in the fight against crime in St. James, and it sends a strong message to criminals that they will be brought to justice, the police said in a statement on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Jamaica Constable force is urging licensed firearm holders to secure their weapons with due care. Should you fall ill, you and or your relatives are being reminded to make proper arrangements with your local police and the Firearms Licensing Authority FLA for safe storage, the police stated. Man given road sentence after pleading guilty to unlawful wounding. A man was given a suspended sentence after paying $300,000 in restitution on Tuesday on an unlawful wounding charge. And Wally Campbell, who pleaded guilty to the offense back in October, was accused of stabbing the complainant on September 29, 2022 during a dispute they had over stolen water from the complainant's property. Campbell had spent 5 months in jail. Campbell was sentenced to 8 months in prison at hard labor, suspended for 18 months with supervision by a presiding judge at the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court, Laurie on Cole, Montague. Before his sentence was handed, Campbell's attorney informed the court that his client is very remorseful and has no previous convictions. He added that the social inquiry report that was presented to the judge is a good report. However, the complainant in the second inquiry report expressed concerns with Campbell being in the same vicinity. However, the court was told that Campbell's family has given their assurance that he will not remain in that community. During the proceedings, Campbell's nieces were applauded for their efforts in raising the $300,000 for their uncle, which placed him in a favorable position when his attorney was discussing the mitigating factors in the matter. The money was handed over to the complainant on Tuesday. His nieces, ages 18 and 23, could not hold back their tears when they saw him standing in the prisoner's dock. From the reaction, you can see that he is missed, the attorney said. That's tremendous. It means that he's a good uncle, the judge said. Yes, he is, the older niece responded. Turning to Campbell, Cole Montague said, Mr. Campbell, you are before me to be sentenced for what can be classified as a serious offense. I note from the social inquiry report that you did not have any intention to cause him serious harm. But I also want you to realize that based on what was done, perhaps if it had gone deeper, the charge would have been much more serious one. You have spent 5 months in custody, which I think should have been sufficient for you to not see only but fully appreciate the seriousness of the offense. I'm giving you a chance, the judge added. Never find yourself in the position you were in the last 5 months. She went on to explain that this sentence is one that will allow him to go home. However, if he were to commit any other offense during the 18-month period, he will be required to serve the time for that offense as well as this offense.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share,